It's Week 13 of the NFL. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Browns and the Packers, and it's coming up next.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll, our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over. They've seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that.
Lucky Week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
There were times, I'll be honest with you, Kate, that I wish I played baseball. Because you have a bad outing, like this QB did last week with no touchdowns, a couple interceptions. In baseball, you get to play the next day. You get to flush it right away. He's had to sit on it all week long, and you know he wants to rectify it here.
Duke the defender. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second and 3 now. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So keep that second and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding, offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running it after the penalty. Duke's at a one-stop. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Devon Bullard bringing that play to an end. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I mean, you could see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing his love on third. This one taken in by Kraft. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this first down. Jacobs running behind center. Barrels in for the touchdown. The Packers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Anders Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running left, here's Ford. And he'll get it up to the 44. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Staying on the ground with Ford. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Watson. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. It bounces inside the 20. It jumps out at the 13. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. Play fake, it's Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Give him a 1-yard pickup there, but that's not going to help a ton. It's 3rd and 15. Love from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're gonna be stuck with a 4th and long. The Packers send out their punting unit. He sends this away, and oh, this is gonna be a field flipper. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Handoff running left, Ford. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26, and that gives the Browns a first.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets him around 6 there. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Takes off right out of the read option. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And they bring him down around the 34.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
He's on the move. He takes it himself. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Packers.
They go counter. It's Jacobs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That finds Jacobs complete. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. The former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. Browns in a dime set, 3rd down coming, trying to lock up those passing lanes. Love out of the shotgun. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Packers.
And the Packers
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the
Fakes the
5.
handoff, now to throw. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. This has been a good drive, but it's at risk here on 3rd down. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns send Jerome Ford ready to begin another drive. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. It is caught left side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Encroachment, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st.
Automatic 1st down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another one for Ford. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Watson now off play action. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Packers will take over possession. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. The Browns close in and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long. On now comes their punter. Winford 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. The return begins on their side of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Browns and this running back headed back out for a new series. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. First and 10, here's Watson. Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the Packers' 47-yard line.
A give up the middle to Ford. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They motion a receiver left. Gets it running the sweep. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Play stopped by Damone Clark. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38. He'll get this one to Brooks. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Ford running right. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Here's a give to Ford. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. A pickup of just a yard on 1st and 20. Still 19 to go as it brings up 2nd down. Johnson up the middle. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Call it 8 yards on that pickup, and an even 10 remain on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Working from the gun, Watson. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after him.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Ford. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Watson now. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns tie things 10-10. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out now runs the Packer offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Handoff running left, Jacobs. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Escapes the pocket. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Browns will go on offense. Ford straight ahead. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Play stopped by Damone Clark. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
To the ground with Ford. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Brought down by Quay Walker. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here's Watson. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
They'll punt another one away. Corey Bajorquez returning to the field. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Packers all set to get back out there. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Thrown on 1st down, Love. On target to Musgrave. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. The former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They're going play action. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They only really have to fall forward to reach the end zone here, Brock, as this drive starts with 1st and goal from the 1. A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. Ford goes up and over for the touchdown. The Browns capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Love now. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that 1st. Love on 3rd and short. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Spins out of one stop. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Watson on 1st and 10. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Out of the gun, here's Watson. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to the air, Watson. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Watson looking to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
3rd and short, it's Watson. Flush down out to his left. He's running for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing is Watson. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. And a field goal try coming up shortly from the Browns. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
At their own 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. That one on the offense, but declined, so we will indeed head to halftime. And on to Orlando for our halftime report from Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. Dak Prescott leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head to New Jersey. The Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Jordan Travis, strong in the victory as his guys move to 9-3 now on the year. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Josh Allen, terrific in the victory as his guys move their record to 9-4 on the year. We just watched a strong first half from quarterback Deshaun Watson. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Eward.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. Here's the Packer offense headed out to start the third quarter. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. This finds Dobbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He's contained at the line for no gain. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Love out of the shotgun. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be first down Packers. Love from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Love. This one falls incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. Play stopped by Damone Clark. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
And 5 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34. Oh, he got way too much under that one. Too high, that's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That's Tillman, he's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On the carry, it's Ford. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Staying on the ground with Ford. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Good for Browns. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Working from the gun, Watson. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Play stopped by Damone Clark. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. That one gains 7. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
That's good for another.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Connecting on the slant. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 10-yard line.
Here he goes on the bootleg. Complete out to the right side. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
4A.
Sticking to the air with Watson. On the move, headed right. And they take this in for the score. The Browns push their lead further to start the half. Deshaun Watson with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Play fake, it's Love. Taken in by Dobbs. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun now for Love. That's complete to Musgrave. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Love now to throw. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Ford running to the right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Out of the gun, here's Watson. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
12 yards to go.
Watson to throw it. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They send Tillman in motion right. He cuts it to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. 1st and 10 from the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. To throw, here's Watson. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Another Browns 1st down.
Throwing is Watson. Brought in by Ford. And he's brought down for a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Now Ford. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. It's complete to Ford. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that makes this a 3-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Throwing his love on 3rd. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Love to throw again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Love out of the shotgun. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Watson now off play action. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Has him on the quick hitter. It's inside the 10. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there, and that gives them first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Running is Ford, and he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Another one for Ford, and he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal.
It's third and goal.
Watson. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw, but you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And after they were stopped on fourth down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 28-yard line.
From the 28. Searches from the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Third down and 2 yards to go.
Love from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Caught by Jacobs. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 10 now. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment. Defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still first down.
Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag. Throwing it again here. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Throwing from the gun here. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it'll be second down. He'll throw it yet again. That finds Jacobs complete. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Ford. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
This is Ford on the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
They'll get 18 yards there. And that gives the Browns a first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now a give to Johnson, coming right. Has some space inside the 15. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll run with Johnson. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns make it a 24-point ball game. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Nixon now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now this offense getting set to work here. They liked how that drive was going, but the ND and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. First down throw, here's Love. That's into the hands of Doms. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. Short pass brought in. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Number 88, Luke Musgrave. A gain of 14. First down, Packers.
Shotgun now for Love. Taken in by Dobbs. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
And the Packers first down.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Packers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They've got first down from the 31. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Love now to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Love to throw again. Buys, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet, but there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Love out of the shotgun. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
This is Ford, and he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.